I went to business school, and then in business school, I thought, okay, this is the time for me to really figure out what I'm going to do. And I started by thinking I would open a Forever Institute in the US. So Forever Institute, by then my father had transformed his solo derm practice into, one of the first medical day spas in Switzerland. So I wrote a whole business plan. I was in business school, so they're like, write some business plan. So I wrote a business plan on opening a Forever Institute in DC actually. And I couldn't wrap my head around it. I'm not a dermatologist. I would need to have a dermatologist. It seemed so capital intensive. I would have to buy lasers. The whole thing just was too overwhelming. And so then I thought, okay, this is not going to work. But then I thought, we have these products. And so maybe I can do something with the products. And so that was the second business plan that I wrote. And that's how it started. I did all of my elective classes in business school were all entrepreneurship classes. I did projects with my classmates, utilized their amazing brains and time and effort for school projects that were all on what was going to become Alchimie Forever. So that's how it evolved. And, I started, it's crazy. I remember I had a fax machine and a credit card machine next to my bed in where I lived off campus in Georgetown. Yeah, fax machine. This is
What's
like
that?
what's that? The ancient times. And I just, I got a storage unit. I shipped some products. We made some boxes. We created a name and a logo, and I'll talk to you about the name in a minute. And I started selling.
You
So that's
started
how
selling what?
I was making packages. I had a storage unit with inventory that was coming from Switzerland. At the time, we made everything in Switzerland. I had shipping supplies in my apartment that I shared with my girlfriend Kirby. I had a fax machine to receive orders. I would pick and pack, and I became the best of friends with the woman who owned the UPS franchise that was closest to me. And I would make
So you
packages,
had
and I would go drop them off at UPS, and that's how it began.